You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.
All right, people, y'all know what time it is. This is where we
tell the truth
and what?
And shame the devil.
That's what we do. And I
love being black.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love being black. I tell you, this is live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. We got a story for you tonight. And we want to talk about these issues here in the city of Chicago. We have a lot going on here in the city of Chicago, and we have a hot mayoral race coming in Chicago. So, man, people, we got a lot to talk about. It seems like this particular race is going to divide the city. But listen, we have to do what we have to do. I tell you, this is definitely live, uncut, unedited, people. Come on in, come on in.
You already know what it is.
Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.
Come on in, people. Come on in. Make sure you share the video. Do we need more police officers? I'm looking for some callers. I got to call in myself. I haven't even called in myself. So let me get the number going so we can get some answers. I don't need a long drawn sermon. I need you to be short, sweet, complete, and hey, and it is what it is. Yeah, short, sweet, complete. I tell you. All right, people, this is live uncut. Let me get this going on. All right. What happened here? Huh? What happened here? Let's see. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. 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 I log in. All right. I think I'm in already. Okay. That's it. Hold on, people. Let me get this window going, and we're gonna be all right. Put this here down, and we're gonna get it all right. I got a feeling that everything's gonna be all right. All right, people, come on in, come on in, come on in, and come on in, come on in, people. It's live, uncut, unedited. All right, let's see. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, we got this window right here. All right, let's see. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. I'm going to acknowledge some of you guys in the minute. Just give me a minute. Let me get this board together. We're going to acknowledge some of you guys. I tell you, this is real. We're going to acknowledge a lot of you guys on here. All right. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Come on in, people. Come on in. We got 72. We got a question to ask. Do we need more police officers? That's what I want to know. Do we need more police officers? Do we need more police officers? I'm serious. Do we need more police officers? Do we need more police officers? We got to find out what do we need, people? What do we need? Do we need more police officers? Come on in, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. I tell you, we got some stuff going on here. All right, hold on. All right, I'm trying to get this screen right, and so we can get our show on the road. Hey, everybody, I see y'all. I see you. 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 All right, we got to get our screen right, and we're ready. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. We're in the house now. All right. All right. I need some callers. I need some callers to come on in. Come on in. And I need y'all to come on in and let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. All right. All right, people. We got to do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. Come on in, people. Hey, how you doing, sister? I didn't even see you call. All right, how you doing? And yeah, I just we talking. Listen, we're talking about we're talking about. Do we need more police officers here in the city of Chicago? What's your thoughts on that? That's what we need. Do I'm asking a question tonight. We trying to go ahead.
Okay, well, because the police officer there, I mean, it's like a union, so they're not like really afraid of anything other than if we could form our own attorneys, I would say to form like 3 papers.
Now, hold on.
Like
Hold on, ma'am. You never answer the question. Answer the question, then go into detail. Answer the question. Do we need more police officers here in the city of Chicago? Yeah, I know you're not from Chicago, but I know you come on all the time. Tell me the reason why.
Yes.
Nah. Tell me the reason why.
Because we don't have enough. We have a lot of past trauma and the areas in the community and the development, and they don't want to look at the truth of Black trauma syndrome and dealing with that and denying resource for those people. And if they're going to put, for every police officer, they would need to put money into the Black community.
Okay. Hold it right there. I got to go to the next. I got a bank full of callers now. All right, 9,800. Do we need more police officers? 9,800. Do we need more police officers?
Yes, sir. I absolutely think that
Okay.
we do.
Okay, tell us why. Tell us why.
Only because of the fact that, it's always room for improvement for the city. That doesn't mean if you got one that's spoiled the bunch of, the whole crowd, that all of them are bad, because somebody needs to be able to make sure that we don't have people, that's doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. So that's a must. So regardless, whether we like it or not, as people in this country, dealing with the things that we have been dealing with, we definitely need more. No matter
Okay.
what.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, sir?
Society.
Sir, can I ask you a question? You live in Chicago?
What's going on, Bob?
You live in Chicago?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you south side, north side, west side? What side of town? South side, okay. Do you feel safe on the south side?
Auburn Gresham.
Auburn Gresham, do you feel safe?
Yeah, what?
Do you feel safe in Auburn Gresham? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Huh?
Yes, absolutely I do.
Okay, well, why you feel safe?
Absolutely I do. I mean, mainly because of the fact that everybody say it themselves,
But you just
they always say that the South Side is.
But didn't you just say we need more police officers in Chicago? So if you feel safe, why would you want to add more police officers? I'm just asking a question. I'm not trying to make it look bad or nothing. Just asking a question.
I mean, so who else gonna make sure that if I only feel safe, is it because of them or is it because I trust my community? It's a mixture of both, but you just never know. So you need to have some type of structure. I get what you're saying, but I feel safe where I'm at. No matter where I'm at, even if I was on the north side, I still would feel safe as well.
Okay. All right, let me go to the next caller. All right, 9669 caller, live, uncut. Live, do we need more police officers in Chicago? All right, do we need more police officers in Chicago? Huh? Yes or no?
Yes, actually, I'm from the same area with you.
Okay.
I just say yes.
Well, tell me why. Tell me why.
The general public is not going to protect each other. I mean, shoot, you see stuff going on down, you see stuff happening, stuff people don't really want to intervene. They pretty much quick to whip out cell phones and stuff, I mean, I saw a woman downtown getting her purse snatched and stuff. Nobody helped her. She's standing screaming stuff. Nobody tried to intervene, try to stop the offender or anything. Yes, we need more police.
Okay.
It seems like the general public doesn't want to help out.
Why you didn't help him? Why you didn't chase that guy
I
down?
said all but some did, but
No, I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you. You see that lady get a purse snatched. Why you didn't run out to the guy?
I
Huh?
was actually on the bus when I saw it happen.
Oh, okay.
I saw it happen on Michigan Avenue. I was on
Okay.
the bus when I saw it happen.
All right. I just
I was
asked.
on the bus when I saw it happen.
Okay.
If I was on the street, yeah, I probably would have helped him. Yeah, if I was on the sidewalk and I saw it happen, yeah, I probably would intervene.
Now, do
I was a
you
teenager.
feel
White woman first.
do you feel safe in your community where you live at? Yes or no first?
No, I live in Auburn Gresham.
Okay, why you don't feel safe?
Because I got robbed.
Okay.
I was robbed a teenager like those same ass when I was a teenager. We need more police and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Chicago, the South Side area is not all that perfect. We need
Okay.
more police on the South Side. It feels like a lot more stuff is happening on the South Side than on the North Side.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Let me go to the next caller. We got to stay in turn now, people. All right. All right. Caller 2153. Do we need more police officers in Chicago? Yes or no?
Is that?
That's you. That's you, sir. Yes, that is you.
No. Okay. No, I don't feel we need more police officers.
Tell me
I
why.
feel we need a better law, because you can have how many police as you want. If they arrest these guys and they get let back out, that means that we need better laws from the state's attorney. We need them to move quickly. You know, police can't be everywhere. They can't do everything. You know, in my community, we got a community watch. You know, so we are really looking out for each other because we know police can't be everywhere. You can add 12,000 more police. They're not going to be everywhere crime is going to be. You know, people just got to start back their community watches. That's all that's got to be done. You know, you call and see what's going on. You know, police can't do everything, and you just can't keep adding police when the law is not helping them out. Police get there, they arrest a person, that's then, you know, just got back out on the street. So that means that better laws or do something better in the state's attorney office. That's it.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you know what pretrial is? Yes or no?
Pretrial?
Yeah. Do you know what that? Do you know how that works?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Pretrial means it's before you go to trial. You get arrested, you get locked up, you get charged. Okay, now you got to go back to court. You in your pretrial. That's what it is. So, other words, in the United States, you are innocent until proven guilty. You have a right to a bond. Certain things you cannot get a bond on. So, even if the Chicago police officer arrests somebody for having a gun, and they get an I bond, they bond out or come on home monitor, and they go right back out there and get caught with a gun again. Is that the state's attorney fault? Yes or no?
I think so.
Tell me why.
Well, the judge.
No, neither. It's neither. It's the law. It's the law. See, the thing is, it's the law, brother. See, a lot of you guys.
But that's what I just said.
Okay, but no, you said state's attorneys don't write the law. They don't make the law. They don't make the law. They enforce it. They go by the law. So you got to know. See the thing with us. A lot of us that are ignorant toward the law. A lot of us ignorant toward finances. We just blah, 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 blah. Not getting down on you, brother. Not at all. I'm not, no disrespect, no shade. We don't know people, and we let people.
No, I feel you.
I'm just telling you, we don't know. Okay, give you another example.
Yeah.
3 juveniles, three Sundays ago, stole a car, stole a Kia, hit an old man in the car and killed him. They was out the same day. Juveniles. Is that Kim Fox's fault? The state's attorney fault? They out? No. Is that the judge's fault? They out? No. It's the law. It's how the law. Now, if we feel like people are being let out of jail and the police not doing, that's not that, people. Listen. It's called pre-trial, man. We have to change laws. We have to advocate for law. See, people put propaganda out there because they throwing shade of a person color of skin. They can't control them. See, one thing about, remember, we're in a system, and the system have never been friendly toward black men, period. Get women passed, but black men are dangerous to the system. Dangerous. So you got to understand how it works, brother. If you don't understand how it works, you'll be hating the very people that's doing the crime, and it's writing the crime up. It's not them. It's not the police. It's not Kim Fox's office. It's not the judge. It's the lawmakers. That's who you have. Them the ones that make the law. They have to arrest you, book you according to the law. It's the law, brother. That's how it works. You got to learn the law, brother. The law, a court of public opinion is different from the court of law, brother. All right, I just want to tell you that. I'll give you another example. If a young lady go inside a nail salon and get her nails done, okay, she rendered a service, and she decides that she don't want to pay. They can't take her to jail. Only thing they can do is write her a citation to go to court. Did you know that? So it's one thing we have to learn law, people. The reason why we're so messed over in this country, because we don't take time to study the law. We have to study the law. A lot of us, when we start studying law, it's because we're in trouble now. Most people that's not in trouble, they're not really interested in the law like that. So I'm just educating you a little bit. So don't be fooled by other people pointing Kim. Listen, Kim Foxx did not make the laws. Judge Timothy Evans didn't make the laws. The Chicago police officers didn't make the law. It's the lawmakers. The lawmakers. That's who we should be pointing fingers at. If you guys want change, it had to start with the lawmakers, the politicians. So that's what I want to say. And I understand what you're saying. My thing is, with the police, why should we give a lot of money to the police officers when they're not solving crimes? You know, that's my thing. And I'm not talking about defunding. I hear somebody put their phone on mute, please. I hear noise. And when listen, on a business or professional job, you wouldn't give your employee a raise for them not doing a good job. Now they might get a raise because of for like, what do you call that? Like every year inflation raise. But first, if they're not doing a good job, you wouldn't give them a raise. And so what I'm saying is, we have a lot of crimes here in the city of Chicago, especially on the south and west side. They are not being solved, people. They go unsolved. And that's not bad. I mean, what I'm saying, that's not good. So listen, any police officer that's listening to me right now, that's listening to me, you know, and I know, most of these homicide victims, these cases, you guys don't do no follow-up, most of them. The numbers show it. The numbers show it. They show it all day long. Now, we had 600 and some murders, I believe, last year. I think 600, close to 700. Now, out of that 600 some, I believe 34% probably was solved. Now, look at that ratio. So, in other words, you saying that a person got almost a 70% chance of committing a crime and getting away with it. So what that tells you, our department, our police department here in the city of Chicago, we need more investigators, detectives. That's what we need. We need to promote, we need more detectives so they can have more crimes. And I'm going to tell you this, people that look like me, they got two options. They either want you dead or in jail. They have no other solutions for you, for people that look like me. Seriously, dead or in jail. That's it. I got another caller. All right, caller 912. Do we need more police officers in Chicago?
Can you hear me? I don't know what. Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Answer the question. Do we need more police in Chicago? That's the question.
No, you need to change the law.
Brother, answer the question first, then tell us why not and what. Do we need more police officers in the city of Chicago? Yes or no? Okay.
No, you don't need more police in Chicago. You need to change the law. See, when they changed it from Chapter 38, the Illinois State Criminal Code 720, that's when stuff started going out of whack.
Okay. 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 Did y'all hear that, people? I need some more calls. 872-299-0808. You know, my thing is, this political guy that's running for mayor, I believe Paul Vallis said he want to add on 1,800 police officers. So I'm saying, okay, now if you're going to add 1,800 more police officers in the city of Chicago, where are they going to be placed? They're not going to be placed in these communities of color. Where are they going to be placed? I got another call. Hold on. I got 2 more calls. All right. I think I did you 9,800. 9,800. Where you calling from? 9,800. Go ahead.
I don't know what happened, but you're chopping up really bad.
I'm chopping up. Check your internet connection.
Really bad.
Check your internet connection, because you're the only one saying that. I don't see nothing in the go to YouTube then. Yeah, I don't know. Check your internet, because my mouth is right on the phone. I don't know what's going on. Okay. 7360.
Martin, your phone is chopping up.
Is it chopping? Okay, well,
That's
somebody.
the reason I kept asking, can you hear me?
Okay, well, y'all got.
Your phone.
Oh, y'all.
The internet is the phone.
It's the phone. Okay, hold on. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah, the phone. It's the phone, bro.
Okay,
That's why I kept saying.
y'all know it ain't me. It's probably
Okay.
y'all know who it is. It ain't me, because I'm talking about police. You know, it's a because I am that it's not me. My phone line is working. I got a great signal here. I don't know. Let me go to the next person. 7365.
Stop now. It just stopped now.
Okay, 7365. Hey, caller. 7365.
Morning, this is Steve from South Holland.
Hey, how you doing, Steve? The question is,
Steve from South Holland.
okay, no problem. I hear you. I want to ask you a question. Do we need more police officer in Chicago?
No.
Tell me why.
Well, because I believe in my heart, because I want to give you, if you don't mind me to give you a little story, because
How long is the
a
story?
couple days ago, I was actually
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Come on now. Come on with it.
No, this is gonna be a short story. It's because I feel like I get treated wrongfully by Chicago police. 2 days ago, I was harassed by 2 cops on 111th and Normal. By them, they pulled me over. I handed them an ID, and it took them like 7 minutes, and then they hand me an ID without telling me what the reason they stopped me for. I had to ask them what they were stopping me for, and then they told me that because I have a clear cover on my license plate, the clear cover, they could not see my license plate number. My license plate cover, it was clear, and I never been pulled over or something like this before. I've been driving with a clear cover on my license plate for 5 years and never been pulled over for that. I believe I was harassed. That's why I don't trust Chicago police at all. So that's all I have.
Okay. I think you inbox me that too. I think you inbox me that. Yeah, it can happen. We have a lot of stories in the.
I'm about to file a complaint because I got that car number and everything. I'm going to file a complaint. This is not the first time that I was harassed by police from the 111th district.
No questions right now, sister. No questions, dear sister, right now. We try to stay on this subject because we've been getting away from the subject and stuff like that. So no questions right now. I'm looking for some more calls. I need a few more calls. 872-299-0808. Do we need more Chicago police officers? 872-297-6389. 6389. And let me ask you a question, people. Well, maybe I'll ask you guys a question since I'm waiting on another caller. Will you feel safer?
I'm here.
Okay, do you feel safer if we hire more police officers in the community? See, my thing is, I'm not against or for hiring more police officers. My point is, where are you going to place these officers? Where are you going to put them at? You're going to put them downtown You're gonna put them in the business district and protect the corporations and businesses, or you're gonna bring them in the community? I got another caller. 93. Hold on. I got a 9345. I got a caller, people. Got a caller. People. Hold on. Yeah, hey caller. 9345. Go ahead. You live, uncut, unedited.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you need to turn down your Facebook. Turn down your Facebook, sir.
I don't have Facebook. It ain't no Mark.
Okay. All right. Come on. 9345. Come on. Talk to me. Do we need more? Do we need more police officers in Chicago?
Hell no.
Tell me why.
We need to do more investing because we need to do more investing instead of arresting.
Okay.
Watch the angle that the mayor had turned to. It is the reason why they wanted her out of office, because she began to invest in poor black people. Anybody that helps poor black people, help poor people in general, is a problem. When Blagojevich was helping poor people, they threw him out of office. Right?
Right.
So this thing is about arresting black people and investing in white people. And these are not just white people who are saying arrest black people. These are hateful older black people that hate young people that are telling them to arrest these young people as well. These nonprofits, a lot of these people who are getting the money are not taking care of the little people. And you don't take care of the little people, quite naturally, they're going to do criminal shit. And so I would hope that these children would wear the hell out of these old people until they wake up and start taking care of them. Everybody wants to blame the children, but the adults are the bigger problem, not the children. The adults, especially those who get the money, they are the problem. And nobody wants to address them because it's taboo to talk about, especially the special adults. These special Masons, Eastern Stars, sorority, fraternity thieves who steal all the money. But when it comes to children, they're thugs and gangbangers. But who can be a bigger criminal than those who get the money and supposedly socially develop the people? And until we start going after them, we're going to continue to deal with the crime problem.
Let me ask you a question.
It's not going to go away.
Let me ask you a question, my brother. I know you're very knowledgeable.
Yes.
So you saying a lot of us, older people that's black, want to lock up a lot of young people. That's what you're saying, right?
Didn't they do it in the 90s? Wasn't it the older people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't the older people that said locked us up in the 90s?
Yeah. Yes, it was. When that crack epidemic was out. Yeah.
And they the same older people that was getting the money. What they getting the money?
Yeah.
When they getting all the grant money, the city jobs, they were getting everything. They never did nothing for us. And when we rose up and started doing criminal activity, they called for us to be locked up. They were so crazy. I used to hear them say they didn't care if they locked us up, killed us, put dope on us. And so I love it that these young kids are running older black folks crazy. Good. Maybe you'll get up and do your job since you got paid to do it. I don't have no mercy or no sympathy for no old thieves. Old female thieves, old male thieves, no pastor. I don't have sympathy. If one of these kids hit them upside the head and rob them, I don't have no sympathy for them because they were paid to socially develop them. And since you got the money and didn't take care of the people, and then the people turn on you and rob you and some stuff like that, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm. Now, can you be more in detail? Why is the older people fault? Can you break it down a little bit more? So
because they get paid to socially develop the people. They get paid through these employment programs to help people find jobs, but they never do it. They get the money, they have fixed sign-in sheets as if they've been doing the work, and never help the people. So now you went 2 or 3 generations. You put 2 or 3 generations in where you never help the parents or the parents' parents, and so now these are the children of those that you pimp. These poverty pimps are the reason why violence is messed all up. The violence is out of control. See, there's a thing called social engineering. And social engineering is where all of these levels of government and all these different hustlers that get money get together and make sure
that you live a life of crime. And they do that so they can get money off you to say that they're gonna solve the problem. They never do. Pimps don't stop prostitution. And this is poverty pimping that's happening. And so now, when something happens to one of these poverty pimps, they get robbed, kicked in the ass, I celebrate. Good. That's good that they get messed over. And nobody wants to say the things that I say. You know, it's too controversial to talk the way I'm talking. But it is the truth. It's fact. You know?
Okay, hold it right there.
God make.
I want to see what these other callers got to say about what you said. Anybody want to comment on what this brother just said? Anybody on the panel want to comment? I guess not. I guess not. I guess not. So my
Your
thing.
connection is real bad. It's going in and out, Mark.
Wow, I don't know why. That's cause we talking about this police stuff. You know what it is.
It's real choppy, man. I can barely know what you said. What was the question now?
The young man was talking, Mr. Mark, he was talking and he made some comments, and I want you guys to comment on what he said. He said a lot of good key points. Mark, just go over some of the things that you said earlier, real quick. Hopefully they can hear it. Mark, go ahead. 9345.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So if you get paid through your grant program to help young people get jobs, to help socially develop them, to supposedly help make life better for them, and you don't do it, you steal the money and you don't help the people, if the people turn around and rob you or whatever they do to you, it's your fault. It's your fault. Dr. King said back in 1966 that if we don't invest in this problem that's coming, he said by the next 30 years, we're gonna wish we had it. And this is the remnant and the response to the starvation of our people. So everything that you see happening is a direct result of those who have starved the people, who stole the money. And so I don't have any sympathy for people because they're older and they've been stealing the money and didn't help the people. When somebody robbed one of them, I don't have any sympathy for them. And I'm specifically talking about the Masons, Eastern Star, sorority, fraternity members that get the money and never do nothing for nobody. And don't tell me that they're not doing it, because I can show you, prove you that when you pull the layers back on these politicians, on these organizational heads, all these different people, they are Masons, Eastern Star, sorority, and fraternity members. The snakes of Chicago.
You guys like to comment on that? Anybody like to comment on that?
You should add the preachers in there as well.
Okay. I have a
I mean, that's it.
The preachers are Masons too. The preachers are Masons.
Yeah. You know, I'm not affiliated with none of that foolishness.
They definitely got a
Like
hand.
at all.
They probably not.
You can't pay me to be affiliated with any of that mess. None of it.
Okay.
That's just me. I mean, my opinion varies very different from a lot of other people, because
Okay.
you know my thoughts on it. I'm like, if you get to the point that you got mobility and you mess around and stay in Chicago, that's on you.
Okay. Now let me
On that individual.
okay.
You know?
Well, let me just say something. What about the people that have no other opportunity but to stay here in Chicago? Everybody's not fortunate to move out of Chicago. You know, they have a lot going on here in Chicago. So it's this, you know, so you can't blame people. I mean, that's one of the plans to run the people out of the city. See, I mean, that worked for you. By you leaving the city of Chicago, it worked for you. But it may not work for somebody else going somewhere else.
Martin, look, I got relatives that retired, and their joint retirement pension together is 6 figures strong a year. and they ain't leaving. So but I shouldn't have to do this, and I shouldn't. But you sitting here complaining about Inglewood, though. But you got $100,000 a year coming in after you done worked your whole life, and you sitting complaining about where you live. I don't care. I don't care. I told him, hey, it's like this here. I come back to Chicago for weddings and certain funerals. I have to be some 187. Y'all ain't gonna see me out there flowers. And that's what failed.
Okay.
That's how I am.
All right. Hold it right there.
Family.
Okay.
I ain't doing it.
Hold it right there.
And I don't care who feels some type of way.
Oh,
I
okay.
ain't doing it.
Okay, that's okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Now, let me just tell you something. And I'm agreeing with this. Only solution that they got for crime out here is being killed or in jail. Nothing else. They're not trying to see nothing else. Nothing else. That's it. There's no other alternatives. Period.
You're right.
That's it, people. I'm just telling you. Now, you guys, they're not going to come out and say that.
You're all right.
But you got to read between the line, people. Listen. Only solution, as Brother Mark was saying, some of these old people, they had the same mentality. Lock them up and throw away the key until it comes to their grandson or their son. Now they want the judge to think different. But they hate young people. And I told older people, if some young people look at this live, some of these lives that I make, and they listen to the way we talk about them, they say we hate them. And that's why they do the things that they do. They have no respect for us. The brother said it. I lived through what he talked about during the 80s and the 90s, during the crack epidemic. I lived through that. It's the same thing right now with the guns. If you got guns for sale, you got money. Everybody wants guns, young and old. You got money. If you got bullets for sale, you got money. These things are placed in our community. The bullets are not made in our community on a mass scale. Guns either. Well, you say, well, Martin, they can make ghost guns, but they still have to order the parts for them to be shipped into the community. They don't make the parts.
Those bullets.
That's right. Listen, they don't have the materials to make the part. They have to order the materials to make the part. And let me just say, some of y'all organizations out there that's getting the money, especially for y'all what you call it, a violence prevention program that's not doing the job. Come on now. You listen, we know what y'all doing. We know what y'all doing, cooking the books. That money never reached to the people that it's supposed to help. Some of you organizations out there, you're supposed to be helping ex-offenders. You're not helping them. You're filling the line up your pocket. But you're using them as a springboard to get money. But you're really not helping them. Trust me, people.
Chicago Public School.
Somebody said something?
Hey, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Martin.
Sound like Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Let me give y'all another part.
Go ahead.
When y'all look at that drill rap, all that drill music, when kids killing each other off that drill music.
Hello.
You buying that?
Hold on, ma'am. You're next. You're next. I got somebody before you. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. So that drill music that's causing kids to kill each other, you know who's behind it?
The Jewish record owners.
The Jewish record labels, but also the Masons, Eastern Star sorority fraternity members. They are the ones who control the record labels with them racist white Jews. I'm talking about them educated niggas, highly educated niggas.
Okay, hold it right there, Mark. I'm gonna let somebody comment, but I'm gonna see what this new caller, 7958. Go ahead, new caller, and ask your question. Do we need more police officers here in Chicago?
Hi, I'm a Loyola University Chicago student. I'm a Black woman who's been in Chicago my whole entire life. The answer is no. We do not need more police officers in the city of Chicago. And let me tell you why. First of all, when I speak facts from credited sources. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a person who makes up stuff. It's just 100% truth. As Jamal Green said years ago, police officers are only meant to respond to situations. They cannot intervene. They cannot tell people how to talk to each other. They are only meant to respond once a situation has already happened, per Jamal Green. He said that years ago. Number two, you have to look at the type of crime and murder that happened in the city of Chicago. People in Inglewood, whatever you want to say, these people don't have no money. It's our environment, the conditions our neighborhood is in that make people act crazy. It's not a song. Yes, I get what he's saying about trap music, but the reality of the situation is gang violence only accounts for about 3% of all murders in Chicago. Most of the murders that happen in Chicago are resolved of altercations. You know why? People sitting around with shit to do, people not doing nothing, people out here broke, trying to get them some money and trying to make it. Look how our neighborhoods look compared to how it look up here in Edgewater and Lincoln Park. We got a lake, it's clean, it stinks in some areas. Go down 63rd, look at all the trash. That'll make anybody go crazy. So it's not a gangster rap. It's not, well, you can say it's to Jewish people. I'm actually going to Israel next week, but I don't believe that either. Jewish people somehow funded the civil rights movement, if we want to get into that, but that's not what it is. So the answer is no. We do not need more police officers in the city of Chicago.
Okay, Gwen, can I ask you a question, young lady? Since you smart.
You can ask me a question. I am a young community activist. I'm from Loyola University, Chicago.
Okay.
I've been in this community. I grew up in Bronzeville, Ivy Wells. I'm from the low end.
Okay.
People do not have any money.
Okay, I just want to ask you a question.
So what you want? What's the question?
All right, don't slow down, baby. I'm not going. You ain't got to get aggressive with me. I'm old though, but I understand.
I appreciate you. I'm a huge fan.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of your work.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm not attacking. I want to ask you a question. Now, to those parents that's out here that lost a loved one to Chicago violence, what do you tell them about getting their crime solved, the crime that they lost a son or a daughter? What do you tell the parents? Suppose I was a parent that lost a loved one to Chicago violence, and the crime have not been solved. What do you tell me? I'm just asking you a question. It's no, it's not a trap question, but I just want to know, just to let you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So first of all, like I'm going to say it like this. I want to say Black Americans because a lot of people may feel some type of way, but it's the truth. Right now, what we're missing is community, and I want to get into what we tell the parents. We already know the don't snitch laws, and we have a problem within our culture as Black Americans where certain things in our culture it just flies too much. It's okay, and even Africans they look down on it because certain things are not right. But here we go. What do I tell a parent that has lost their child in the city of Chicago? The reality of it is that the parent who has lost their child, that is a result of systematic racism in America. It's not about, yes, Black on Black crime exists, and it's not about that. It's about the system. Just like back in the days, we had grandparents who lost their kids to lynchings and whatever. It's the same type of story. It's just playing out a different way. That's the reality of it. And I want to get into holding each other accountable in our culture and our merit and what we accept. See, the thing is, too many of us know somebody who's been shot and killed, and because we've been in this bubble, we think it's normal. You know what I mean, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
And if you go, and especially I'm at school now, you ask people, do you know somebody who's ever been shot? Shot? No, I've never. No. So I just want us as Black Americans to start holding. I want marriage to come back into the picture with us. It's a lot. It's such a complex answer that the politicians won't talk about. It's not more police. It's not just sitting young because no
Somebody making a noise. Hold on, sister. Hold on, sister. Somebody's making a noise. Everybody put your phone on mute except the person that's talking. Go ahead, my dear sister. Go ahead. Go ahead, my dear sister.
Yes. So, thank you for your question. So, I just, like I said, it's such a complex issue, Martin. I know you know that, being in the community space, but at the end of the day, it comes down to institutionalized systemic racism. Just like when my granny down in the South, when she lost her great uncle to a lynching, now today we losing our brothers, our cousins, and even our young sisters to gun violence. So
Okay.
it's the same story, different place.
Okay.
But, and I also wanted to mention, I want to see different things improve in our culture. I want to see marriage coming back. I want to see no more baby mama, baby daddy. But when you say these type of things, Black people get offended and they say you're judgmental. But we need to hold each other accountable. And I agree with Jamal Green. Bring the block clubs in Chicago back. Bring the old lady that used to sit on the porch back. Because like he said, those are the first people who calling the police after something happens.
Yeah. Well, let me just say something too. I want to help you out a little bit because I heard you say that in our culture we don't call the police. That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm just going to tell you that. That's a lie. We just not going to get them. And I'm going to give you an example. You can back this up and you can come back and challenge me on this. If you call 911 and tell the police, hey, they're shooting outside my house. Now, evidently, you're not going to look out the window if they're shooting, but you know they're shooting. So you call the police. If you want to use that, call that snitching or telling, but you tell. See, the police can't be everywhere. Now, they do have the shot spot detect, detector that it detects guns and stuff like that, but it don't detect everything. Mm-hmm. So we do call. So that's a lie that's saying that we do not cooperate with the police. Now, we're just not going to get them. Now, just say I witnessed a murder. Okay, it's 6 of us in my household. Okay, now I already called the police and say, hey, they out there shooting. Now they come back to my house and ask me, did I see anything? I said, all I know, I heard gunshots. That's all I can know. Now you trying to subpoena me to court. Now, even if you put me under protective custody, what about my siblings here, my family here? So now you put me in a compromised position. Now, do I tell what I know, or do I keep quiet because of safety of my family, my mother and father and my siblings? So it's a catch-21. Just so you listen.
Right.
If we see a person walk outside and shoot 2 people in the head in broad daylight and stand and look at us and we grew up with them, you think I'm gonna say something? I ain't gonna say nothing. Listen, that got nuts. You think I'm gonna say something? Yeah. Did you see anything, John? I ain't seen nothing. Yeah. I ain't saying nothing. Okay. If he that bold in broad daylight to blow 2 men's brains out in front of everybody and everybody standing there looking, oh no, oh no, oh no. So you can't blame that on the community. Now let's piggyback on the north side downtown.
And I can accept critique, and I can accept critique, and I appreciate your point of view, and I understand what you're saying. And if you feel like I was wrong, I can correct that statement because I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. I'm only a junior in college. So thank you for telling me that information.
Yes, and I want to say something to the people on the north side that live up north side. Hey, Mark could witness to this. Hey, Mark, you could witness to it if he's still on the phone. Remember, they used to tell us back in the day, they would not just back in the day, recently. The reason why y'all got killers and shootings in y'all neighborhood, y'all don't like the police, y'all don't cooperate with the police, and y'all don't call. Now, if we could say the same thing for them downtown now, why are y'all having all these carjackings, all these armed robberies and these shootings and killings downtown? Is it because they don't cooperate with the police? Is it because they don't tell? What is it now? It's happening downtown now, frequently. It's not rare for somebody to get shot downtown now. Think about it. They used to tell us that all the time on the south and west side. Now, they always say, we got a weed problem now. It was never weed, as long as it was contained on the south and the west side. Shooting, killing, prostitute, gang banging, long as it stayed in them areas, it was okay. It was acceptable now. Now that it's splashed down up on the north side on a regular basis, now you want to blame Kim Fox. You want to blame the superintendent of police. You say you want to blame the judge. This is the blame game. What about the lawmakers that made the law? They made the law. It's pre-trial. You're innocent until proven guilty. You can't just arrest nobody for a gun or discharge a gun. They didn't kill nobody. You have to give them a bond. You have to give them a bond. Some people with murder, they get a bond. Jason Van Dyke shot Laquan McDonald 16 times. He got a bond. Did they blame that on Kim Fox? He let him out of jail. They didn't say nothing about that. You didn't hear the Fraternal Order Police talking about that. Jason Van Dyke bonded out of jail on a murder charge. They didn't say anything about that. But when black people get out on a bond, oh, she let the criminals out. Every criminal don't deserve to be locked up. We have other alternatives. Every criminal don't deserve to be locked up. So I'm just telling you how these people think. I got another caller. Hold on, my dear sister. I want you to hang around.
Yeah.
Okay, 3608. 3608 caller. Where you calling from? 3608. Hey, caller. 3608, your last 4 digits. Caller. All right. Mark, you still there? And let me ask you a question, sister. Nobody answers. I'm going to ask my dear sister again. You're a student. You're a young person. Do you believe that the police have the black community best interests when it comes to serving and protecting our communities?
Martin, the police, when they can't, even if it's a so-called good cop who sit and eat ice cream with the kids, Martin, that just doesn't exist. Because we know the history behind police, we know, and I know this is a fact. If you're ever on the north side, you can go to the Loyola University Information Commons. They will give you the book. Police officers, the same police officer back in the day during slavery, they would be a police officer, police, it was called a different name back then. They would be an officer during the day, and guess what? A slave patrol at night. That just can't happen because of the way that police force was created. And like I keep mentioning, it's the history and the purposes behind these institutions that stand today. So yeah, we might have a cop who come in and he's nice and he gives you a little warning and he's white. You might live in Bridgeport. I don't know any good cops in Bridgeport. I'm just talking. He might live in Bridgeport, buy the kids icy, but no. And will he ever have the interest? Because guess what? He took the oath, just like every black lawyer, every black judge, every black police officer. You took an oath that don't matter what you feel, what you do, you will uphold something called the Constitution. So no, there will never, unless we deconstruct the whole system, that a black or white police officer will have a good interest within the black community. And if you guys are readers, my minors in philosophy, read something called Charles Mills, The Racial Contract. Charles Mills talks about the racial contract that we all unconsciously and some consciously sign when we enter in this world as black people. And he's not even a black man. Charles Mills was one of the best philosophers in history. You don't hear about him because he's not a white Western European philosopher. So if you have the time, everybody on this call, please read The Racial Contract by Charles Mills. And that's what answers my question. Your question, I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, so let me ask you another question, my dear sister. When you hear statements like being tough on crime, or what does that mean to you when you hear that statement, being tough on crime as a young woman?
When I hear tough on crime, all I think about is being her wife. You know what's crazy? This is my first time I ever lived next to white people. I'm anonymous on this call, but this will never happen again. And I came from an HBCU. Before COVID, I attended Fisk University. I only came to Loyola, which I'm grateful for, but I came to Loyola because the COVID happened and it was just a better option for me. When I hear tough on crime, all I think about is stop and frisk. I don't know if y'all familiar with that. We saw that happen in New York. Black males are going to be stalked. That's what that means. We're going to see an increase if we get. I think his name is Paul Vallis. I don't support him.
Right.
When we get Paul Vallis in the office, we're going to see an increase in those doctors.
Hold on, sister. Hold it, sister. Hold it, sister. You told me to stop you when you're wrong. He's not gonna get in office. He's not gonna get in office. So don't say when we get in there. He's not gonna. Don't put. That's right. That's right. Brandon Johnson here. All right. I just want to put that out there.
Brandon Johnson. I'm trying to get the young people to come out and vote, especially our young Black youth. We need to be voting more. It was a time where we couldn't even vote. So I take my voting rights in this country extremely serious. As I mentioned, I will be studying abroad next week, so I'll be gone for a few weeks. But as soon as I get back, I'm hitting the ground running with working with different community activists around the city to make sure our young people are out at the polls voting. So, like I said, when I think of tough on crime, that's the first thing I think of. I think about they see some tinted windows, they stopping you, they doing. That's just not going right. I can feel it, and that's why we need to be out voting for Brandon Johnson. Don't matter. I know that people have critique about everybody, and it's good to critique, but he's the best option in this race.
I agree 100%. Thank you, Jesus. But listen, but that's what I want to tell people. See, you're a young woman. Older people seem to don't get it. When you hear people make statements like, take the handcuffs off the police and so they can hunt the criminals down like a rabbit. That's not right. You hunt and kill rabbits. That's what you do. And when you make statements like that, everybody know who you're talking about. Black people. Everybody know who you're talking about. Trust me. Everybody knows that. Then they get mad. Huh? Hey, caller, what you say?
Black man is the one who said.
Yeah, I know the black man said that. I already know it. But I'm just saying, listen, people.
Wait, which black man said that?
Willie Wilson. Willie Wilson said that. Take the handcuffs off. Take the handcuffs off criminals. Take the handcuffs off police so they can hunt these criminals down like a rabbit. You can't say nothing like that. You can't say nothing like that. That's not cool. All these parents that have lost their children to police violence, police crimes, black men getting shot in the back. No. And my thing like this is the solution that I agree with. Instead of funding the police $1.some billion, take some of that money and invest it into mental health. Take some of that money, invest in hiring or promoting 200 more detectives that can solve crimes. Because, listen, yeah, go ahead.
And I wanted to say too, I'm a graduate of Chicago Public School System. When I say I'm in Chicago, I'm a really Chicagoan. I'm a graduate of Chicago Public School System. I want to tell y'all about a program that I did, Martin, in high school. And looking back on it, I don't even know if they should have did that to us mentally as Black children. You know what they did, Martin?
Tell us.
So when I was in high school, it was a program called Metro, right? You listening?
Right. Go ahead.
You listening?
I'm listening loud and clear.
A program called Metro. So, okay. So I was a sophomore in high school. I'm not gonna say which high school I went to because I don't want people to know who I am.
Right.
So they took us to Winnetka, Illinois. Who know about Winnetka?
I'm quite sure a lot of
them. They took us to Winnetka, Illinois. If you Google, Winnetka is one of the richest places in America. You know what they did? They made us swamp places with students from New Trail High School. And they took us to our little old CPS high school. So I learned that the way that schools are funded in the state of Illinois is by property taxes. This thing, that's why when I say it's such a complicated, it's not just a one-point answer. It started when we at schools, they already start telling us what we worth. The kids in Winnetka I'm not about money. When I tell you they fucking high school look like a college campus, Martin, they have schools, they have rock climbing. This is a high school, not a community college. This is a high school. They have pools.
Queen, hold it a minute. Queen, hold on, Queen.
You already know what it is.
Queen, I know you're getting excited. I need you to hold up for a minute. Your sound is going in and out. I don't know if you got me on a Bluetooth. Take me off Bluetooth and talk straight and directly into the phone because it's going in and out.
Okay.
Because we want to hear what you got to say.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. I heard you first time, but it just kept going in and out. Go ahead. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
Okay. So they took us to the school. They came to our school for a day. We went to their school for a day. They got all these advanced math classes. We're just set up. The system in Chicago, especially in a city like Chicago, these lawmakers, they start telling us what they think of us since we're kids. When I went to high school, we barely had honors classes. I'm at Loyola and I have to work twice. No, not twice, 10 times as harder as these fucking people who've been in private schools their whole life just to make it. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
When I talk about CPS and they want to keep talking about add more police. Look at our fucking public schools. You shouldn't have to go to Jones or Northside or Willie Young to get a decent education. They don't want to put nothing. They don't want to put no money in nowhere. I read a fact, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. They said Lori Lightfoot spent records of money on the police during her.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
It's obviously not working. So when we go to school, it's like growing up black, especially in Chicago. It's either basketball player or doctor or die. Like which one? We don't got no other options. It's so many careers. It's a saying we say in my school. It's so many careers. We call them white. Only white people know about them jobs. It's so many careers, Martin, where you can work from home, easily take home $80,000-$90,000 a year, but we don't hear about it. We don't know about it. Because it's either we dribbling the ball or you got to be somebody's doctor. There's no in between for us as black people in Chicago. Our school system the Chicago public school system isn't working. You have to work so hard to make it out Chicago public school system. Get into a good school, and once you're there, you still gonna have to work your ass off because the curriculum is off, the expectations are off. Everything. So when I talk about this stuff, Martin, it's a bigger problem, and that money does not need to go into the police system. I think we should start with our schools, our neighborhood schools, not the charter schools, not the magnet schools, but our public neighborhood schools.
Let me ask you a question too. Now, did you know that Paul Vallis had something to do with the Chicago public school and he failed that drastically? Did you know that? Young lady.
Yes, he was like the head of
CEO, yeah.
He was like the head of yeah.
And he didn't do a good job at all.
So I just don't see how people can support him. I just don't get it. I don't see how people are supporting him knowing the impact he had on Chicago public schools.
And hold on, sister, stop it right there. Let me help you out. Not only Chicago, New Orleans got kicked out of there. Connecticut got kicked out of there. Philly got kicked out of there. It's another place that I'm going to think of it. It's like 5 different places that he didn't do a good job. But see, our people that look like you and I, we believe that whitey is always righty. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you, you got some of these community activists out here. And you might not like what I'm about to say, young lady. They are not out for the black community. They are out for their own gain and their own popularity. I'm telling you, y'all gonna see. Listen, I said it on this live. Watch, in the next week or two, you're gonna see some people that you would never thought supporting Paul Vallis. It's not because he's so right. It's because of money. Money. That's what it is. Money. Money.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Go. Can I add something on?
Go ahead, brother.
Money is the root of all evil.
Can I add something on?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Which one? Me or him?
No. You go ahead.
Which one? Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, check this out. Now, if whatever the dude's name, Dallas, if he get in there right, that's and I'm gonna be real short with this. All it is Rahm Emanuel Part 2. And what people don't know about Rahm Emanuel got fired from the Clinton administration and the Obama administration, and he ended up being a 2-term mayor in Chicago. Ain't that true? Folks don't know that. They need to look it up. They need to look that up. He got fired by the Clinton administration in the White House and the Obama administration in the White House, and he ended up right back in Chicago and didn't do anything for the people of the city, but get a check. They talking about Beetlejuice didn't do nothing. They can't. Rahm Emanuel got Beetlejuice beat.
Let me just say this.
For real.
Let me say that every young person out there that's listening to me, that's 18, that's able to vote, make sure you go cast your vote. Now, I can't tell you who to vote for, but I'll tell you who I'm voting for, Johnson. But you can vote for your choice, whatever. But make sure you participate in that. Is vital, very important. Because let me tell you this is what I see, my sister. This is what I see. I'm going to speak this. But I don't believe he's going to get in. If this Paul Vallas get in, what's going to happen is it's going to be a lot of riots because the police are going to think it's sweet. They're going to think they can be able to stop, frisk, harass, and get away with a lot of little dirty tactics. That's not going to happen. Trust me. It's not going to happen. Listen, that's what they think is going to happen. Trust me. See, right now, since we protested, they got to wear these body cameras. They can't chase. There's a lot of things that they cannot do. And I understand. You can't be the good old boy. You can't walk up and smack Martin Johnson and get away with it and don't know who you are because it's on the body camera. Trust me. And any cop out there that call yourself a good cop, and when you see your partner misrepresenting the police department, you ought to report him or her. That's it. Point blank. That's it. Now, I'm not going to go on a limb and say all of y'all bad. I'm not going to say that. You work for a bad system. But I'll say this. You're no better than the next cop if you see somebody else violating another citizen rights, doing wrong, sending them to prison, putting stuff on them, and you don't say nothing and turn the blind eye. You're just as guilty. Just as guilty. And I'm going to say that. I'm going out on a limb in that. So listen, and I'm going to say this, and I like Brandon a lot, but I'm no fool. Even when Brandon get in, Brandon ain't going to be able to stop all this crime. It's impossible. Nobody is going to be able to stop this crime. Well, you say, well, Martin, I believe in law and order. He want to defund the police. No, he don't want to defund the police. He want to put the money where the money deserves that can work for us. How are we going to pay you, invest billions of dollars in the Chicago Police Department, and you guys are not solving no crime? You got parents right now that don't even know the name of the detective that got the case to their sons and their daughters. Violent case. Then when they call in and ask about him, you tell them, oh, he in a meeting. He on vacation. Don't call him. Don't call us. We'll call you when we know something. These are the things. Well, how you know that, Martin? Because the parents call and tell me this. They say, well, Martin, every time I come in, he ain't in the office. He just left. He in the meeting, or he on vacation, or he'll say, well, nothing saying. You don't have to call us. We'll call you if we get any information. This is what they're getting from the detectives. That's why Brandon Johnson said, hey, we need 200 more detectives to solve these violent crimes. Trust me, I agree with him 100%. Now listen, white people, if you think the police gonna come out here and just start beating up people, knocking them upside the head, now these young folks ain't afraid of y'all. Now you might get away with it with these older people, 35, 40, because they got a family. But some of these young people, they ain't going. They're a different breed of young people. They're not going. Trust me. They are not going. They're not afraid of no felony. They are not afraid of going to jail. They're not afraid of God or nobody. They are not going. Trust me. So our best option is Brandon Johnson. We need to invest in our young people. Now, listen, we need to start them at an early age, 7 to 8 and 9 and 10. Huh?
I'm trying to figure out what's taking everybody so long to endorse Brandon Johnson. Like, come out, endorse him right now. Why everybody talking about they need to wait and figure out what you wait for? It ain't if we shouldn't have Paul Vallis. So why all the people who lost? Why we still haven't seen other people of color? Mr. But I don't know if he did it today. Last time I checked, I haven't seen him endorse anybody. Why nobody endorsing Brandon Johnson yet? What's the holdup?
That's right.
Because they know they're not gonna get a job.
Yeah, and see, it's
I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. It's we the people. Y'all tell them he's the only man that's going in office.
That's it.
Everybody else is trespassing. If that's who y'all want in office, put them in there. Don't let them other folks up there that's selling themselves out and selling y'all with them tell y'all who's gonna be in office. Remember, it's we the people. They are our servants. So if Brandon is the man in office, stand behind him, next to him, left and right, and tell them this is the only qualified candidate that's going to sit in the seat. Everybody else, remove
And y'all know how much I support Jamal, but I'm gonna ask him. So today he said on Facebook, I haven't endorsed the candidate because I'll meet both candidates and decide if I want to endorse or stay out. What do you mean by that? This is a serious. This is serious. You got 10,000 votes, and those are the votes we need because the people all these white people in different pockets of Chicago, they're going to link up and they're going to make sure he gets a certain amount of votes. Where's Lori? I think Lori Lightfoot is the only person who came out so far and endorsed him. And I love and I support Jamal Green and what he stands for, but I can also critique him. I'm disappointed in that post as a young Black woman in Chicago that he made that post and said he's going to decide whether he endorsed or he'll stay out, and I'll tell him that to his face. That was wrong. He should have been the first person endorsing Brandon Johnson, not talking about he has to meet both of them. Me, what you mean with Paul Vallis for? It ain't nothing to talk about.
Sister, listen, let me say this. Let me just say this, sister. Again, going back to what I said, in the next 7 days or 2 weeks, you're going to see people that they have their own agenda. It's not for the people. It's what they can get. That's all what it is. If they can't get nothing out of Brandon Johnson, you know where they're going. You know, I'm just telling you, sister. Now, like it, love it or nothing, I'm just telling you. Now, you know, everybody know I ride with Jamal. That's my man. But guess what? If he's staying with Paul Vallis, me and him going to fall out. Simple as that. Simple as that. And I'm going on the record and say it. We going to fall out. Trust me. Yeah.
Everybody gonna support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm listen. I'm gonna tell you one thing about people. When you love money, and them white folks giving them money, them rich people, they having secret fundraisers for them and everything. Listen, they trying to take us out of power. And I want to thank those progressive white people for voting for Brandon Johnson. Thank you so much. I want to put that out there because you know Paul Vallis is not a good choice for Chicago. Y'all know that. If you honest, any white person knows that. But you so racist, you so hateful of Black people, you still gonna vote for that white man. And you know he ain't right. And I'm gonna tell y'all people, this thing is real. It's real. It is real, and it's gonna come down to a racial thing. That's what's gonna come down to. And you're gonna see a lot of those get along, go along Negroes standing next to Paul Vallis because he didn't promise him something or gave us some cookies and crumbs. If Paul Vallis give you $40,000, time that time 4, that's $10,000 a year. You're gonna wipe through that. Easy come, easy go.
Martin, you know what that sounds like, Martin? That sounds like Bruce Rauner, and that sounds like Reverend Meeks.
So I'm just telling y'all people.
You never thought about that?
No, listen. If y'all get, listen, Let me just say something. But those of this talking, take yourself off Bluetooth because it's not working right. You need to be straight on the phone. Put your ear on the phone and talk directly into the phone because the signal is bad somewhere. I don't know what's going on, but the signal is bad on a lot of y'all. You know, listen. And I'm going to tell you something, people. In politics, this is the rule. This is what they say in politics. In politics, this is what they go by. There's no permanent enemies in politics. That's what they say in politics. Not in the regular world, but in politics, there's no permanent enemies. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of these so-called people call themselves representing the black race. They represent their self-interest, their own worldly gain. That's all they represent. Whoever got the bag, that's who they're going to. Who they think they can get something.
Yeah, that's what they follow.
Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me. Whoever they think they can get something, watch them. Now, listen, people, have y'all ever heard this street term say all money ain't good money? Some money you just have to turn down, even though you know you need it. You just got to turn it down and say, no, for my people's sake, I pass. I pass. I'm telling you, people. And listen, I'm going to say this. No disrespect. Hold on. No disrespect to Lori Lightfoot. But I said when she got in office, a little bit after she started, doing I said Lori Lightfoot's going to be a one-termer. And I'm going to go back and show y'all that I said it publicly that she's going to be a one-termer. And I respect Lori. She's still a black woman. I would never demonize her legacy here in Chicago. But I knew that she's going to be a one-termer. And I'm going to tell you, they're trying to get Paul Vallis in. Then once they get him in, they're going to bring a white superintendent in. Then they're going to try to work on Kim Fox. But Paul is not getting in. We're going to stand on it. Brandon Johnson is our mayor, and that's who we're going to stand with. We're going to stand with him. That's a young man. We need more black male figures that we can stand up. Family man, like that sister said. We need to see more marriage in our culture, in our community, instead of baby mama and baby daddy. We need to hear husband and wives. It depends. What's the question?
If Cam Buckner would have won, would y'all have the same positive feeling towards the black candidate?
Well, let me just say something.
It seemed like he only got 20% of the vote.
Well, let me just say something. And I'm no disrespect. Some of those candidates that was running for mayor was plants. They know they couldn't win. They was only there to divide and dethrone Lori Lightfoot. And I didn't vote for Lori. That's all they was there for. They knew they didn't have a chance to win. First of all, you ain't got no money. How you gonna win without no money? You had no major endorsements, no campaign ads, no literature around the country. So they knew they was there for, it was a plan. It's called divide and conquer, people. That's why the pollsters could almost predict who was going to be in the runoff, because you had 6 other candidates running against this one black candidate that didn't have a chance. Some of them didn't even have a chance. I don't even know why they was in the race running. Trust me. And I ain't going to name no names. They know who they are. Didn't have a chance. Didn't have a chance, brother. Y'all seen the polls? Didn't have a chance. I wonder who put them there. Who told them to run? Who told them to run? Who promised them something? That's all I can think of.
It was like six
Yeah.
black candidates,
Yeah.
one white man.
Right.
So it was like all of them split up the vote.
Yeah.
Don't get his 30% anyway. So it's like.
That's it. That's it. I got another caller. Somebody said it's called the art of war.
I got something for the question.
Hold on. I got another caller. I want to take this caller real quick. 7396, you're next, live, uncut, unedited. 7396, caller. Do we need more police officers in Chicago? Hey, caller. Caller, I need you.
How you doing, Martin?
Hey,
So much for having me.
yes, I need you. Do me a favor. If you got Facebook, you need to turn it down and you can hear everything and still see everything. Just turn it down. You don't have to turn it off. Just turn the volume all the way down. And if you're on Bluetooth, take yourself off Bluetooth, talk directly into the phone if you can, because the signal is kind of acting up today. I don't know why. The bill is paid, but I don't know. Okay, now, dear sister, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do we need more police officers in Chicago? That's the first question I'm gonna ask you.
No, I don't think so.
Tell me
I don't
why.
think so.
Tell me why.
Well, because the policing is not really my main issue and my main concern. In Chicago, let's talk about
No. Hold on, sister.
gangs don't
Hold
care.
on, sister. Hold on, sister.
Okay.
The question is, do we need more police officers in the city of Chicago? That's what we're talking about right now. Not the gangs yet, but the police. That's what we. And you said no. Now, then you went on to gangs. Now, what you have to say about gangs? Go ahead,
Well,
finish.
see, the gangs are not afraid of the police.
Okay.
The gangs are not afraid of the police. The police thing is not the issue. Let me put it to you like this. My brother was in a gang, and by the time he was 12, he had been shot 3 people, shot and killed 3 people by the time he was 12 on 63rd and Evans. Okay? Not just him, but his friends as well. My brother was a ward of the state. He was in DCFS custody. Majority of his friends were in DCFS custody. I just met a little boy on the train riding with people at 4 o'clock when I got off of work in the morning. He was in DCFS custody. So the police is not the issue. The issue is we got some people sitting in places where they do not belong and they do not know what to do. And me personally, I feel like the department is the issue. All of them children that are left behind, these kids out here shooting one another are wards of the state. And we're dependent on parents that don't even exist. We're dependent on the police. What the police gonna do? Shoot them down? Police ain't doing nothing. We just watched some little boys on 66 road shoot at each other in the alley, and the police was sitting right there. They made a left out the alley like they didn't even see it. So that's not the issue. The issue is where these children come from, and they come from the Department of Children and Family Services. That is where they come from. That is the root issue.
Family, okay.
That is the root issue. Policing is not the issue. That's just my experience. I come from the hood. I come from poverty, and I'm just telling you what I've seen growing up. I was a ward of the state. I was in DCFS custody. Can I tell you how many old men I beat up on 63rd for trying me as a little girl? Can I tell you how many old men we literally beat because we determined not to let no old man touch us? This was kids. I'm talking about growing up on 63rd. How many fights we done had? So, no, policing is not the issue. It's the Department of Children and Family Services. That is my issue.
Okay, that's your issue. Okay. All right, good. Young lady, my college student, what do you have to say about what she just said? 7958, college student.
Oh, I definitely. Yes, I definitely. Hold on, let me take my phone.
Okay.
Hello, you can hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I definitely agree with what she's saying. And speaking of the Department of Family and Services, oh, she's 100% telling the truth. They're horrible. They're horribly ran. And you want to know why? I know that because they're over scholarships of Chicago students, and it's a program that's ran so bad. So I can only imagine if the experiences I've had with them versus as someone who's like her, who's life dependent on the agency to run correctly. And I want to add another point. A lot of problems in Chicago too that people don't kind of talk about, like the young lady before me said, similar to what she said. A lot of our departments that are determined to help people live, they have a lot of people in the offices who don't like their job, who don't want to be there, and they're incompetent. The way they work, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know correct policy and procedure, and the stuff that they get away with in a city would never happen if they worked for a private foundation or a company. So I 100% agree with her sentiment, and I wanted to tell her thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that with us, because that's a hard thing to go through. And we're happy you're here, and we're happy that you're still are in the community, and we're super happy that you called today. So I 100% agree with her.
Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. She said she's from the hood. She understands. She was a part of the system, and she see a lot. And we don't. And like she said, these things need to be addressed. Like Brandon Johnson said, we need mental health. We need to allocate some of those funds toward mental health. Listen, people. Listen. I'm not a political person, but I believe that we should get involved in political because politicians make life and death situations over us. So we need to get involved in the process because those of you that don't vote, you have no right to say anything or complain because you don't vote. You have not taken part of the participation of voting. You need not to say nothing. You shouldn't even be talking. That's it. You should never want nobody to make a decision about the way you live and you're not in that process. One judge said it like this, young ladies. The judge said, we went from picking cotton, now we are the cotton. So picking cotton, they made a lot of money off cotton. Now we are the cotton. So they make money off us in these prisons and all in the entertainment business. In the sports business. We are that. Entertainment are us.
Yep.
That's us. And this is real truth. And any black alderman that's sitting in the seat right now or giving that want a seat, if you get in that office, skinning and grinning, getting along, go along, and not bringing back resources to the community that you represent, shame on you. We coming for you. We need to pay a visit to your office and into your house. That's what we need to pay a visit to. We're not going to wait till another 4 years. That's too long. That's too long. That is too long, people. We see, that's what we've been doing. Hold them accountable. How you hold them accountable? We ain't going to wait till another 4 years to try to get, no, brother. We finna get them right now. We're going to your house and protest. We're going to put signs in front of your house. You're a traitor. You're a failure. We're making a public example of you. Go on social media and wage war against him or her. Nowhere in the world that Inglewood should be looking like the way it's looking. Trash and all them vacant lots and all that. Nowhere in the world. And you down in City Hall, you're supposed to represent us. Why can't we get resources? We paying taxes. We paying taxes like the white folks paying taxes. Matter of fact, we're paying more taxes than they are. And their property value is way more than ours. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I got another caller, guys. Yeah. Hold on. I lived in Woodlawn for a long time, born and raised. All right. I got another caller, 9800. I think you was on it, 9800. 9800 caller?
Yeah, I was on here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, Martin, I just wanted to add to the whole conversation, man. And I'm in agreement with everything that, we need to push forward towards having somebody that will put us in a position where we can start to progress. Because now things have really hit the fan. It's like we've been asking all these years and months. Hello?
Yeah, I mean, somebody got noise back there. Go ahead.
It's a lot of static. I have static.
Yeah, that's somebody got. Mute your phone, people. Mute your phone. Go ahead, brother. Mute your phone.
Every time I try to talk the truth, man, always be something. They don't want to hear me talk.
Go ahead, brother. That's not me doing that. That's not me doing that. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
But anyway, man. So, but I've never heard of this person, Johnson. Like, I'm into politics a little bit. I've been studying. Like, we actually need more judges, lawyers, and politicians, in our communities. Where everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to be the next big drug dealer or hitter. We need more black, outstanding men that can be put in positions to help our community, because now we have been asking for these things, and little do we know, when we ask, we shall receive.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like once we get to that level of where we can have some understanding about, okay, what this candidate, what could he do for the community. Like, what has he done already? Not what can he do? Has he been out here
Thank
being active in the community, helping? Because at the end of the day, you do know that's not the police job. The police job is not to help the community. I mean, at the end of the day, like you say, I'm not really on either side. I just want some improvements for us, man. I want some reparations for us. And I want us to have some because some views around.
Right. But brother,
Country land won't have to be in.
do me a favor, brother.
Y'all can have the city. This is y'all.
Brother, do me a favor. Do your research on both candidates.
Oh, I've researched Mark. Trust me, man. We 1-1 there. I know.
Do your research. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I can't tell you who to vote. I'm telling you who I vote for, but do your research on these candidates.
Oh, yeah, that's what my question was. That's what my question was, Mark. It's like I've never heard of this guy before, and I'm gonna do my research on this guy. If he really good,
okay, let me ask, what guy are you talking about? Sir, what guy are you talking about? Okay, you never heard of this guy before, okay? So to go do your research on the guy. That's all you have to do.
Him and day of my life.
Have you ever heard of Paul Vallis?
Never heard of him either. Never day of my life.
Okay, do the research on both candidates. That's all you have to do. Do your research. That's all you have to do. Look up their record and see the see.
I like to hear like people like.
No, brother. Listen, brother. You can hear what we have to say, but do your own research, brother. Don't let people spoon feed you who tell you who you shouldn't vote for. Just do your research. That's all you have to do. Google them. Look up all Paul Vallis accomplishments. Look up Brandon Johnson accomplishments and see what he's doing now and see how he operates in the community. That's all you have to do, brother. That's all you have to do. And I guarantee you it's apples and oranges. I guarantee you it's night and day. I guarantee you. And I'll let you do the research. Once you read up on it, you're like, man, let me see what this guy's about, what he's done. And you listen, I'll help you out a little bit. Paul Vallis, he got fired from Connecticut. He got fired in Philly. He got fired in New Orleans and did a horrible job here in Chicago. I'm going to let you be the judge. I'm going to help you out on that. And all you got to do, you ain't got to take my word. You ain't got to take my word. You ain't got to take my word, brother. And listen, you ain't got to take my word. And guess what? Guess who bagging them up? The good old boys. The police union. The good old boys.
Oh, okay.
And you can take it from there. Do I can't tell you who to vote for. The good old boys. I tell you. And he got black people out here thinking that he gonna fix crime. Listen, Harold Washington couldn't fix crime. Mayor Daley Sr. Can't none of them fix crime. All what you could do, that's what Brandon Johnson said, we're gonna invest in our youth. You have to grab the youth. The young lady said it earlier. She said she was in the system and the system sucks. DCFS, Ward of the State, it sucks. We have to get a hold to these young people. We have to. We have to get a hold to the young people. And we have to. And like the sister said, a lot of these shooting and killings out here are young people, ward of the state. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that. And
that's right.
Anybody know it's painful to grow up in a household or in a system that your mother gave you up, or you snatch, or your father, you don't know who your father is. You angered at everybody. What you got to live for? You're young, you're bitter, you hurt. Like, God, why I can't have a normal family like this family over here? My brother over here, my brother over there, my sister over here, they angry. They're angry. So guess what? When young people turn to the streets, that means they're going to turn to lean, pills, weed, alcohol, gangs, snatching and grabbing, carjacking, catalytic converter stealing, robbing ATMs. It's all out there waiting on them. Prostitution. Come on. That's what's out in these streets.
Yeah.
a court date and a cemetery plot. That's what's and that's all. That's what's waiting on.
Right.
That's what's waiting on them. So people, we got to rally. We got to work hard. We have to support Brandon Johnson, and we cannot say that word Paul Vallas too loud. He is not going to be the next mayor of the city of Chicago. Put that out there. Speak it. Speak that. If you want a corn, go out there and plant the seed, and you'll grow a corn. So we got to plant the seed of Brandon Johnson so he can become the next mayor of the city of Chicago.
So you're right.
That's what we have to do. We can't be a get along, go along Negro. Now, I'm going to tell you, a man got on my live the other night. Some of you youngsters might not know when Mayor Harold Washington died, Eugene Sawyer took it over. And when he was running for re-election, Eugene Sawyer, the day before the election, a lot of black people went over there to Delhi because Delhi was paying more money. See how we sell out our people?
Right.
See how we sell out our people? Because of biscuit. And these are the same people jumping in front of us like they really standing for the black causes. Now, look at the migrants. Somebody is speaking up for the migrants.
Already know what it is.
Somebody's speaking up for the migrants. They're getting things. Why can't we? And when I talk this black talk, they get nervous. Oh, you're going to make the white people mad and all that. Come on, man. White people don't respect cowards. I get respect for white people because they know I stand for my people. I want to know what are my people getting out of this? And now we're not just going to put Brandon Johnson there because he's black, and I love being black, but we're going to put him in there and ask him, brother, you have to do something for the community of black people. Now, we know he's just not going to be the mayor for just black people only. We know better than that. But some way, white folks always get their fair share, and black people, we always get left out. But not so. We want our fair share of the pie. We pay taxes. We died. We bled in every war in this country. We hard workers. Listen, we are inventors. We everything. Don't you think we deserve to get our fair share? We shouldn't have to wait to get the crumbs that's left over. Then we start fighting each other for the little crumbs that they put out there. No. Listen, people, I tell you, and I'm going to say it again, I'm going to get off here. In the next 7 to 10 days, 14 days, you're going to see a lot of black people that you had admired, that you admire, that you looked up to, and they're going to be standing with Paul Vallas. It ain't because of the black race. It's going to be because they got money. He promised them money. And some of y'all black people out here that's listening to me right now, you don't feel safe unless a white person is over you, in charge. I made a report the other day when a cop got killed and he didn't make it. Somebody called my phone. Well, the news ain't said it. How many times that I have reported news here in the city of Chicago and have been on point and right where the news have not even reported on it. Now you want to come and question me when I put some on my page. Now, do I get it right all the time? No.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. You want to call me and question me? Well, I'm watching the news right now, and I don't see them saying the officer dead. See, people, this is what I'm talking about. If it ain't coming from a white person, it's not accurate. It's not right. I remember one year when the Cubs, I believe they went to the World Series, and all the media outlet was up at the news, up there, and I was still doing crime. Well, none of the media out there doing crime. They was all up there reporting on a baseball game.
Man, ain't that long ago?
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been around. Listen, people, listen. I went to I went to a Black Excellence, a gala. All entrepreneurs and businessmen, businesswomen, politicians. It was not one major media outlet there. ABC, Fox, NBC, Telemundo, none of them there. We wasn't fighting, we wasn't cussing, we wasn't drunk, we wasn't throwing up, we wasn't gang banging. This was excellence, but they didn't want to show that. It was too positive, people. People, we got to wake up. Anything negative, they want that to be on the screen, flashing. Look, baby mama killed baby daddy because he didn't come home last night. Husband killed wife because she didn't bring him food to the dinner table. They want little things like that to demonize our character. People, we have to wake up. That's what I tell you, people. When you start loving yourself, you will demand respect. You will demand respect. The young sister that's in college right now, she said, we have to do better in our culture. We need husbands and wives. Stop this baby dad and baby mama stuff. I'm going to tell y'all a little story. And those of you that grew up in church and you might have heard the story. Pharaoh sent a decree out to kill all males, all firstborn, because the slaves, they was growing, they was outnumbering them. And he wanted to stunt their growth. Why did Pharaoh single out the males? He gave the women a pass, but he said the men. Can't y'all see it right now today? It's the same way today. Our black men are under attack. They'll tolerate a woman. Matter of fact, listen, when a man can't take care of children, they got jail for him. But when a woman can't take care of children, they got all types of resources. They got food stamps, they got housing and everything. I'm preaching, I'm telling the truth now. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I'm still on the subject. This church, this is real. When men can't take care of their babies, we're going to lock them up. We're going to take away his driving privileges. That's what we're going to do. But when women can't take care of their babies, they give them food vouchers and food and Section 8, subsidized. Why is that, people? Why is that? Why is it that our women is going around saying and bragging, I don't need no man for nothing. I got my own. Why? Why? Ask yourself that. When the family is under attack, people, they got us. They got us. They got us. Listen, black men and women, we need each other. Trust me. And women, a lot of you have this attitude. If the man is not making more than you, you're not respecting him. And that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. Guess what? I'd rather for a woman to have a man making $50,000 that come home every day, treat her right, love her and the children, opposed to another man making $100,000 that you the side piece and he may not even come home. He got another woman and another family outside. Choose your poison. Choose what you want. Choose it. You can have that high value man making $100,000, but guess what? He got another sweetheart on the side, and he might not come home for 2 or 3 days. Is that what you want? Or you want that man to make that $50,000 a year to come home every day and gonna bring you some flowers and love your babies that's not his as if they was theirs, his own. Choose your poison. Choose it. It's an old saying that we used to say in church, me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Trust me, people. People, don't be no fool. There's a war going on here in the city of Chicago. If it wasn't, you wouldn't have no Asian community. You wouldn't have a Spanish community. You wouldn't have a black community. You wouldn't have a Greek community. We're segregated people, and it's for a reason. There's no unity in the city of Chicago. There's no unity in the police department. Them black officers
we
know.
don't have any allies.
Thank you. We have no friends. None. 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 I got to go, people. I thank y'all so much for tuning. This has been a wonderful good night. This has been a wonderful live. I appreciate you guys. This is live, uncut, unedited. Thank all my beautiful guests. Those that I agree with, thank you. Those that I didn't agree with you, thank you too. Those that are in the messenger, thank you. Thank you, YouTube family. Thank you, Facebook family, Twitter family. Wherever you may see this, view this platform, thank you so much. And all I ask you, I'm voting for Brandon Johnson. All you got to do is compare both of them side by side. Check their record. Check Paul Vallis' record. Check Brandon Johnson record. That's all you have to do. Don't take my word. Check their record and find out who's best for Chicago. And see, check their record, their history of accomplishments. Check it. Good night.
You already know what it is.
It's live.
Live, uncut,
Unedited.
unedited.
This is where we
Tell the truth.